Protein is everywhere now. Protein bars, protein yogurt, protein cereal, protein ice cream, even protein water. And online, everyone keeps saying the same thing: eat more protein. Some people are not eating enough protein, that's true. But there are some people that are eating way more than their body can actually use. And most people have no idea which group they are in. So by the end of this video, I will give you a simple protein target you can actually use without falling for the internet nonsense. Welcome back to Second Prime. I am Dr. Ghosh, a PhD trained scientist, chemistry professor, and someone who has been training consistently over the last 15 years. And on this channel, we talk about strength for the body and clarity for the mind, especially for people in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. Today, I'm using a recent Nature article titled "How Much Protein is Enough" as the main reference for this discussion. The link to the article is given below. The article looks at official protein guidelines, newer research on aging and muscle, and the difference between useful protein intake and internet-level protein obsession. The reason protein is so confusing is because two things are true at the same time. Number one, protein is essential. Your body needs protein to build and repair muscle, make enzymes, support immune functions, recover from training, and maintain tissues. And after 40, it becomes even more important because muscle loss becomes a bigger threat over time. But the second truth is this: more protein is not automatically better. Because the research does not support the idea that most people need extreme protein numbers, especially if they're already eating enough, lifting consistently, and getting protein from decent sources. Now, here is another reason the protein conversation gets confusing. It's not just about grams. Protein quality matters too. Protein is made of amino acids, and your body needs essential amino acids from food. Animal proteins like eggs, dairy, fish, chicken, and meat usually provide a strong amino acid profile. Plant proteins can absolutely work too, but they often require more variety and planning. So if you are plant-based, you do not need to panic, but you do need to be intentional. Beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, nuts, seeds, and grains can all contribute. The goal is not just to hit a random number. The goal is to give your body enough usable building blocks to maintain and build muscle. And now we can finally talk about that number. So, how much protein do you actually need? For most healthy adults, the official minimum is around 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. That is approximately 0.36 grams per pound of body weight per day. But remember, that's the minimum. If you're over 40, lifting weights, trying to preserve muscle, build strength, improve body composition, or recover better, a more useful target would be around 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. That is 0.54 to 0.73 grams per pound of body weight per day. So let's make that practical. If you weigh around 70 kilograms or about 154 pounds, that comes out to roughly 84 to 112 grams of protein per day. That is a reasonable target. Not 250 grams, just enough protein to support your body that you are trying to build. And here's the important part. Research on resistance or strength training suggests that increasing protein helps, but going much beyond the upper range does not seem to add much extra benefit for most people. So the answer is not as much as possible. The answer is enough to support muscle without turning nutrition into an obsession. Now, do you need protein powder? Simple answer is no. Can it help? Yes. Protein powder is not magic. It is a convenience. If you can hit your protein targets with normal food, great. But if you are too busy training hard, managing calories, or struggling to eat enough protein, a shake can help. A scoop of protein does not replace your training. It does not replace your sleep. And it definitely does not replace real food. It is a tool, not a miracle. So here is the simple takeaway. Most people do not need extreme amount of protein, but many adults over 40 probably should aim higher than the bare minimum. The sweet spot for many active adults is usually 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of your body weight per day. Enough protein, good quality protein, strength training, recovery. That's what actually moves the needle. And if this helped you cut through the noise with science instead of hype, please consider subscribing to Second Prime. This channel is about building strength for the body, clarity for the mind, and making your next chapter your strongest one yet.